Driving drunk is a serious offense, but what happens when these intoxicated drivers end up taking an innocent victim's life? On October 16, 2023, officers in Ohio responded to a crash. The driver was identified as a woman named Chastity, who was traveling with her 2 daughters in the back seat.
She don't know if she's in this world or not. She was driving. She didn't even know she wrecked. She went airborne. I seen her.
Who else was in the car?
She was.
Okay.
The baby that's in the back, lifeless. You don't even know where your kids are. You're going to jail.
Am I going to jail?
You're going to jail because you don't know if you're in this earth or not, Chastity.
Come here. Come on, baby.
No, that baby, you leave her in the car.
Oh my gosh, she's not breathing.
So let's take a seat.
She's not breathing. What? Oh, no, baby. Let me go be with
Let's
my
go
baby.
take a seat, okay?
Please let me go be with my baby.
The female could be heard crying for her daughter, who had sustained fatal injuries and was pronounced dead on the way to the hospital.
So where were you coming from today then, right now, before the crash?
Where do you come from?
When you were driving on the road, where did you leave from?
The house.
You left your house?
Yeah.
Where were you going?
To Christie's and I'm going to the store.
Christie's and then the store?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What happened with the crash? Do you remember it at all?
I turned my head to look at the girls to talk to them because they were fighting, and I just turned my head.
Okay. All right. So you haven't used meth since yesterday then?
Right. Right. I took my sleeping pill last night.
You took your sleeping pill last night?
Yes, I take it every night. Every night.
All right. Well, I'm going to run you through a few field sobriety tests here.
Okay.
I'm going to check your eyes first. Do the horizontal gaze test here, okay? All right. On this test, what you're going to do is you're just going to follow this pin with your eyeballs only. As it goes from side to side, you're going to keep your head dead straight, okay? So the only thing moving here is your eyes, and you're going to track this pin, all right? Do you have any questions about any of that? All right. Can you see the pin just fine? Okay. Also, you can blink if you need to during this test. You don't have to keep your eyes open, okay?
The female looked intoxicated, and she was repeatedly rubbing her nose. The officer then proceeded to conduct more sobriety tests.
I'm going to do the modified Romberg test on this next one here, okay? I'm going to explain it all to you, and then I'm going to ask you to take it from there, all right? It's a pretty simple test. What you're going to do here is you're going to have your feet side by side, like you already have them. You're going to have your hands straight down to your side, okay? From there, you're going to look up at the sky with your eyes closed.
I'm going to fall over than that.
Okay. Well, I'll catch you if you fall over here, okay? Like I said, with your head back, you don't have to do it yet. I'm going to explain everything to you, then I want you to do it, all right? So, with your hands down to your side, you're going to maintain that straight stance there. You're going to lift your head up so you're looking at the clouds. You're going to close your eyes, all right? With your head back and your eyes closed, you're going to quietly to yourself estimate the passage of 30 seconds, okay? When you think 30 seconds has passed, you're going to drop your head and tell me to stop timing you, okay? Do you have any questions about any of that? All right, like I said, just like this, hands straight down to your side, head up, eyes closed. When I tell you to start, that's when you're going to estimate the passage of 30 seconds, okay? Go ahead and get in the position. I'll tell you to start in just a second. You gotta have your eyes closed. Start now. Okay, are you done?
Yeah.
How long was that?
I think it was 30, but that bun kept getting on my elbow,
Okay.
so.
How did you get to 30?
Taking it. Count 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
But then I stopped for a second when I said you were
Okay.
calling on me. And
Okay. So you had a little pause there in the middle and you just kept on going? You just count to 30 then? Okay. All right.
The female's hands could be seen twitching as she performed the test. It seemed she had ingested some kind of drug.
that was from years ago, probably.
Years ago?
Yeah.
Did you used to sort Xanax or something?
Yeah, I did Xanax.
Okay. How long ago has it been since you done that?
About 5 days when they did that last.
5 days
Yeah.
since you did that last?
4.
Okay. All right.
Because I smoked after he passed away.
Okay. Have you smoked any marijuana or anything like that today?
I don't smoke marijuana.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's step over here into the middle so you don't fall off the road here.
The female claimed that she hadn't snorted Xanax since her husband passed away a few days ago. The officer then proceeded to conduct the walking test.
For this test, you need to start out with your right foot in front of your left. So that is touching heel to toe, just like mine is right here. Go ahead and do that now.
I can't even do that.
All right. And your hands straight down to your side. All right.
I'll do it.
Stay like that till I finish explaining this to you. From there, you're going to take 9 heel to toe steps right down this straight line here. Okay.
I got a rod all the way from the top this leg to the bottom.
Okay.
You see the scarring from the pins and everything in it.
Does that hurt you right now?
Yeah, always hurts me. Especially the weather. Cold.
Okay. But like I said, from there you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps right down this line, all right? While you're taking them 9 heel-to-toe steps, you're going to look down at your feet, and you're going to count out every step out loud so that I can hear you, okay? You're going to keep your hands down to your side the entire time you're taking this test, all right? When you get to that 9th heel-to-toe step, you're going to leave your front foot on the line. You're going to pivot around your front foot with a series of small steps to change direction, okay? And then you're going to return right back down the same line, taking 9 more heel-to-toe steps, looking down at your feet, counting every step out loud with your hands down to your side, all right? I'm going to show you what this is going to look like. So 1, 2, 3, all the way out to 9. When you get to that 9th step, you're going to leave that front foot on the line like mine is here. You're going to pivot around it with a series of small steps like I'm doing right now. Then you're going to return right back down the same line. 9 more heel-to-toe steps, looking down at your feet, counting every step out loud. 1, 2, 3, all the way out to 9. Do you have any questions about any of that?
The female then asked the officer about her daughter's whereabouts, but the officer declined to provide any information.
I'm going to explain this to you one more time here, okay? Feet together, hands down to your side. With the straight leg, you're going to raise 1 foot off the ground about 6 inches. You're going to keep that foot parallel to the ground. All right? While you're going to maintain that position, you're going to look at your toes you have off the ground. You're going to count 1001, 1002, 1003, until I tell you to stop counting, okay? Do you have any questions about that? All right. Start that one.
Which one would be best?
It's whatever foot you want. Start it whenever you're ready.
My balance is not great.
Okay, you can relax.
And I'm shook up
All
on
right.
top of it. My kid, that's all I care about. It's just right.
The female failed the test and claimed that she didn't have great balance. It was obvious that she was intoxicated, so the officer proceeded to arrest her.
Is there any chance you're pregnant right now?
No.
Not pregnant at all? Okay.
Actually, that time right now, months.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah.
All right, turn around for me. Do you have any shoulder injuries?
I'll tell you now.
Not that you know of. What's going on?
Palmer can hit the window. My kids dog. Dog didn't hurt.
Actually, face me this way. Listen, right now you're under arrest for OVI, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to read you your rights before we go any farther. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. Have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you're unable to pay a lawyer, one will be appointed for you prior to any questioning if you so desire. If you wish to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering questions at any time. You have the right to stop answering questions anytime until you just talk to your lawyer. All right, do you understand your Miranda right? All right.
The female was charged with first-degree aggravated vehicular homicide, third-degree endangering children, first-degree involuntary manslaughter, and reckless homicide. Well, that was an unfortunate turn of events caused by reckless decisions and irresponsibility. But what happens when one makes reckless decisions and then feigns ignorance? On December 9th, 2022, officers were dispatched to the scene of an accident in which a male had collided with a cyclist. The male tried fleeing the scene but was stopped by witnesses, while the cyclist was pronounced dead on the spot.
We swerved here.
Where is he right now?
Where's the car?
The QX80, the blue one that just got smacked. The left side.
This one? Okay. Do me a favor, stand by. Let me contact with them, and the officers are on the way, okay? Come here. Hello? How are you doing?
All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Do you need any medical attention?
No.
Okay, do you have your ID on you, sir? I'll be with you in a second, okay? Is that your vehicle, the blue Infinity? Do you have your weapon on you?
No.
This is your CCW, okay? Oh,
Yeah.
driver's license right there. Okay, got this. Thank you. Oh, don't.
Sorry.
You okay? Here.
I'm,
Don't fall. I'm gonna sit you in my vehicle so you don't fall, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, this is a lot.
I hear you. Hold on. I'm just gonna check you for any weapons, okay?
I don't have any weapons.
Turn. This way. Okay, I'm gonna sit you in my vehicle with AC, okay? You're not in handcuffs or
I
anything.
don't have any.
Okay. Right here, though.
The male couldn't even stand straight, and he had a lot of trouble getting his license out. It was obvious that he was heavily intoxicated.
An officer's gonna come talk to you about it. I'm just standing by. I guess there was an accident. So, I'm just waiting for them, okay? The reason I saw you here is because I didn't want you to fall. Okay? You okay? You need medics? Okay. Pardon?
I get a lawyer.
Okay. I hear you. I'm not asking you any questions or anything, okay? Once the officer comes to talk
I
to you...
don't know what's going on.
Okay. They'll explain everything. Like I said, I'm just standing by until the officer gets here.
Thank
and
you.
then he'll explain everything, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
The male requested for his attorney and claimed that he had no idea what was going on. Meanwhile, the officers were trying to piece together the whole incident.
All right, where did this guy get struck?
Up here. Huh? That's where he's up at. As of right now, I don't have anybody who saw the accident. I have a witness who said that he saw the body.
So that's the driver of the car?
No, the driver of the
Or,
car.
well, that's the car that hit him, or no?
That's just a witness.
That's a witness. So the driver, I'm guessing, is the one that's all the way
At
up
the
on the
flashing
phone.
lights, yep.
Okay. So this is a witness. This guy got hit. Somewhere actually back me.
He can't confirm or deny if the bike was traveling east or west. So like if he got clipped, but he just saw the body flying.
But he's saying it was about here, give or take, anyway.
Yep.
All right.
One of the officers then started questioning the witness who was the first to spot the victim.
Oh, I saw the accident.
What car was that hit it?
Huh?
What color car was it that?
Black.
Was that BMW that you was talking about, or a black?
The BMW was behind the one that hit it. It was a black SUV.
Okay.
At this point, I'm going to take a sworn tape statement from you. So what I'm going to do is I will have you raise your right hand and swear that what you're going to tell me is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. Okay. You were coerced in any way? No. Okay. And we currently are in the front seat of my patrol vehicle, which is about a quarter mile east of State Road 7 on Okeechobee Boulevard. All right, Mr. King, You were driving your vehicle on Okeechobee?
Heading westbound.
Heading westbound. Where were you coming from?
Coming from left.
Okay. What lane were you in? Do you remember?
I was not in the far right. I was in the lane just to the left of the far right lane.
Okay. When you were traveling on Okeechobee, what did you see?
I saw the blue SUV. There was a few cars ahead of me. I also saw what I thought was a bicycler, and this blue SUV swerved and hit him.
Where was the bicyclist?
He was, from what I remember, he was in this bike lane.
So the bike lane, if you're heading westbound on Okeechobee, which you were, there's the middle of the road, and then the bicycle lane would be outside of the outside lane, correct? Closest to the grassy edge of the road.
Correct.
Okay. And the cyclist was riding in that bicycle lane?
In that lane.
Okay. So the blue SUV struck the cyclist, which you witnessed him strike the cyclist?
Yes, I did.
Did you see what he was doing before? Did you notice anything that he maybe was doing while he was driving that seemed odd or out of place?
I thought it was kind of odd that he swerved towards the bike lane.
So was he swerving before you saw him swerving to the bike lane?
I don't recall. I don't know if I was paying attention at that point.
Where was that vehicle? Where was the blue SUV at?
He was in the right lane.
The one closest to the grassy median in the bike lane?
Next to the bike lane.
Okay.
Yes.
So he swerved basically right.
To the right.
Okay, into bike lane. Then he struck the cyclist, which you observed.
Yes.
What did he do after he made impact with the cyclist?
He kept going.
Okay. Did he stop at all? Do anything?
No.
Look back? Turn around? No?
Not to my. I couldn't really see his face at that point, but I remember saying to myself, why isn't he stopping?
Okay.
The witness claimed that the man swerved into the bike lane and hit the cyclist and didn't even stop after the accident.
I mean, it wasn't like he was speeding off away from me or anything. He just kept going. So I started to pull up next to him as I had 911 on the phone, and I noticed this other guy here. He was actually behind him, and it looked like he was doing the same thing. He was, had his phone in his hand, and it looked like he was trying to give him tag information.
Okay.
At that point, I was side by side of this guy, again in the middle lane. I rolled down my window. I think I was honking my horn, and I was signaling to him,
To pull over? Okay.
And he actually pulled over.
Okay.
So
After he pulled over, what did you do?
I pulled my car in over here by the McDonald's, and he actually got out of his car, started walking towards me, and he goes, "What did I do wrong? What did I do?" And I said, "You just hit somebody." And then we just kind of stood there. I still had 911 on the phone, and I was letting him know that, he pulled over. He's here. He's pulled over. Can you get somebody over here?
The officer then asked the witness to identify the male.
He was the only person that was in the vehicle?
I didn't see anybody else. Yeah.
Was he behind? And he was behind in the driver's seat behind the wheel at the time of the crash.
Yes.
He was the only person in the vehicle when the vehicle stopped and you observed it.
I mean,
Nobody else got
He
out.
was the one driving. When I rolled down my window and told him to pull over, he was the one behind the wheel.
Okay, and what did he look like?
It looked like he had shorter hair.
White male, black male?
He was a white male.
Okay. Did he say anything to you other than why'd you try to stop me, or
Yeah,
why'd
no.
you pull me over?
He might have said that. I don't recall. I do know he did say, what did he said, what did I do, is what he said.
Okay, so you pulled into the McDonald's. He got out.
And he was kind of a little wobbly on his feet.
Okay. Wobbly how?
Just not walking straight.
Okay, like stumbling?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yes.
Okay. What did he do after he was outside of the vehicle?
He kind of stood. I told him, stand right here. I had 911 on the call, and they were asking to kind of describe him, and they asked what, his approximate age. And I actually just asked him, what's your age? How old are you? And he actually told me 43, so I told that to the 911 operator. And he actually started to go back to his car, and I was like, hey, stay right here. And the 911 operator said, hey, if he gets in his car, just let him go. He asked if he had weapons. I said no. I said, he just looks to be intoxicated, and that's what I told her.
Okay.
To the best of my recollection.
Okay.
Another witness then provided his account of events to the officer.
Tell me where you were coming from.
Just left work. I did 2 hours overtime coming home.
Okay.
Take extension home.
You were westbound on Okeechobee?
Yes, sir.
You were driving a vehicle?
Yep, my F-150.
You were the only person that was in the vehicle?
Yep.
Okay. What did you see while you were driving and you're heading westbound?
First of all, I noticed he was going slower than traffic, but he was swerving back and forth.
Who was going slower than traffic?
The QX80.
The blue SUV?
Yes, sir.
Blue Infinity SUV?
And I realized that. I just assumed he was on his phone like everybody else.
Okay.
And I get in the other lane to get around him safely. I just tried to look over to see if he looked normal. I didn't notice anything.
Okay.
And until I saw him start swerving into my lane.
Okay. And where was your vehicle at?
I was in the middle lane almost. The one towards the...
Where was he at?
He was in the slow lane.
The slow lane closest to like where the bicycle lane is,
Yeah,
on
he
the
was
outside of the road?
weaving back and forth.
In that lane?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought he was just playing on his phone, like I said.
Okay.
And as soon as because I was maybe a car or two behind him, I got over, he swerved halfway into my lane.
Okay.
I thought playing on his phone. I just kind of beeped at him, and he straightened up, and after that, it was just a explosion of parts.
The witness claimed that the suspect was swerving, and when he honked at him, the male straightened his car and ran into the cyclist.
Did you see what happened? What do you mean an explosion of parts?
It sounded like a tire explosion, like on a semi-truck.
Okay.
And all I saw was red chunks, like, I don't know if it was the victim or...
What was it? What did he hit?
It was definitely the bike.
A person on a bicycle?
Yes.
Okay. Where was the person on the bicycle at?
He was on the bicycle lane.
In the bicycle lane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How fast do you think you were going?
55.
About 55?
We were stuck in traffic, so it wasn't going very fast.
Okay. So 55 is how fast you would figure that you were going? That's about how fast you figured he was going?
Yep.
Okay, so he swerved right into the bicycle lane
and
struck the cyclist?
All of a sudden I see parts flying.
Okay.
It sounded like a tire explosion.
What happened after the Blue Infinity struck the cyclist?
He did not stop.
Okay. Didn't step on the brakes,
Nothing,
didn't pull
no
over?
Regard, like at that moment I realized he was on something, because that's not a normal human reaction to any accident or incident.
Okay.
And then I proceeded to lay on the horn, be like, hey, I was like, I thought his tire blew up at first, because I saw just chunks.
Right.
And then I saw the damage on the car and the bike laying off to the side on the rear view.
Okay. So what did you then do?
I followed him, proceeding to lay on the horn. The guy in the silver aqua green Camry.
The other gentleman?
Yes, the other gentleman. He was probably a lane away from me. He saw everything happen too, and he proceeded to get in front of him in case he tried to.
Okay. And what did the person in the Blue Infinity do when you were behind him and the other vehicle was in front of him?
He just stopped as soon as he came over here. It was really delayed though.
Did you stay in the vehicle, or did you get out and make contact with the driver? Did the driver get out of the vehicle?
The driver got out to...
The driver of the Infinity got out?
Yes.
What did he do after he got out of the vehicle?
He was just kind of looking over his vehicle.
Okay.
So, but I was on the phone with 911.
Okay.
And I was just trying to get plate numbers, just, I guess you could say, kind of get something in order to get somebody over here.
Okay.
The accounts provided by both of the witnesses were very similar. After noting down everything that the witness had to say, the officer proceeded to interrogate the suspect.
Okay. Run me through real quick what happened. Are you okay, first off? Do you need a water or anything?
I'm all right. I have a water.
Okay, you got a water?
We had a horrible accident. I don't really know what happened.
Okay.
It was,
You don't know what happened?
No.
Okay. You were driving? Okay, you were the only person that was driving?
I was the only person that was
Okay.
driving.
Where were you heading to?
Heading home.
Heading home? Where were you coming from?
I work.
Your work? What do you do for work?
I'm an arms dealer.
Like firearms?
Yeah.
Okay. No weapons on you or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
In reference to work, where is work exactly at?
Congress Avenue.
Congress Avenue?
Delray Beach.
Okay. And you were going home then, you said? Okay. And you said there was an accident, but you don't know anything about the accident. You were the only person that was in the vehicle.
I was changing lanes from, right to left, and I don't know what happened.
Okay. So you stopped here. Why did you stop here?
Or
how did you know that you had an accident?
I heard the crash, and I stopped.
You stopped?
Yeah. It was a big mess, man.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a lot of shock, and I don't know.
Okay.
The man's speech was slurred and he seemed intoxicated.
Do you have any medical ailments or anything?
No.
No? Were you at the doctor's office today or the dentist for anything? No? Do you take any medication for anything?
I take a lot of medication for
Are you
different things.
taking any medication right now or on any medication right now?
I take medication daily. But
okay. What kind of medication?
I I don't know, a few different things.
A lot of different things. Okay. Do
Yeah.
you drink socially?
Socially.
Socially.
Sure.
Have you had anything to drink today?
No.
No, nothing. Okay. Did you take that medication today?
Yeah.
What time did you take that? But you don't remember what it was?
No, I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be difficult with you. I'm just, you know.
Okay. Well, I understand. No, I noticed that you're kind of nodding a little bit and you're slurring your words.
I'm, you know, this is crazy.
Okay.
This is all, you know, crazy.
I understand. There's probably a lot going on.
I'm freaking out.
Okay.
The man claimed that he wasn't intoxicated and was behaving erratically because of the shock from the accident.
So at this point, I've got you as the person that was operating the motor vehicle at the time of the crash. Okay. The crash actually occurred, what was it say? Yeah, 3/4 of a mile, almost half a mile, 3/4 of a mile back down the road. And I have independent witnesses here that say that when the crash occurred, you made no attempt to stop and you continued westbound on Okeechobee, like you didn't even know that you were involved in a crash. And the reason that you stopped here was because a gentleman laid on his horn behind you and another gentleman got in front of you, and this is why you stopped. Okay? And that was the only reason that you stopped. Okay? So, based on your driving pattern, based on your slurred speech, based on the fact that you don't recall the accident, you take medication, you don't know what kind of medication you've taken, at this point I'm going to ask you for a blood draw, okay? In order to determine if there's anything in your system which would make you an impaired driver, okay? So I'm asking, will you consent to that blood draw?
No.
You're not going to consent to that blood draw? Okay.
The male did not consent to a BAC test, and since he was the suspect of a fatal crash, the officers had no other choice but to force him to draw his blood.
For that blood draw, what we're going to do is I need you to step out of the car. Okay. Nope.
No?
No. Okay. So, hang on for me real quick. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk over that medical rig. Okay? Now, I'm going to need your cooperation in this matter. Cool. Okay? At this point, based on Florida State statute, we are going to take your blood with or without your consent because you're involved in a crash that involved death. Okay? So, we're going to walk over to that medical rig and we're going to go do a blood draw. Take your hands out of your pockets for me.
Right. Don't worry about the door. Don't worry about the door. We got the door.
You walk with me. You got kits?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Refrigerator, and now this goes to PBSO, and in 6 months I'll get a result.
What's the deal with
6 months? 6 months, probably.
What's the deal with now you guys get a warrant and we have to draw again? I never heard of that part.
So I don't think we're going to draw again. I think I'm just going to get a warrant as like a double this guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's facing 20 years to,
Yeah.
I mean, right now.
Right, yeah.
So, and if it's DUI man, which it's going to come back,
Yeah.
it's like 25 to life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this done.
Yeah.
His entire life.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you in court.
The officer was certain that the male was intoxicated and that he might face anywhere between 25 years to life in prison.
This is in reference to an accident that occurred on Okeechobee, in which you were driving a blue Infinity. At this point, before I ask you any questions, I'm going to read this to you, okay? So, I'm required to warn you before any statement that you have the following constitutional rights. Number one, you have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. You understand, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You have the right to the presence of a lawyer or your choice before you make any statement and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement and during any questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now that you understand your Miranda rights, do you want to talk to me about what happened at the accident?
I'd like to have a lawyer present.
Okay. You want a lawyer before you answer any questions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At that time, it's going to end my questioning.
The man was charged with DUI and manslaughter. DUI accidents are very unfortunate for the innocent victims, but what happens when someone kills two people in a deadly DUI accident and then proceeds to joke and laugh about it? On April 10, 2022, East Peoria officers responded to the scene of a horrible DUI crash.
Come over here with me, man, okay?
I called as soon as this happened. I was
I understand.
like, this doesn't happen to me.
I understand.
I go to Bradley, like, why would this happen to me?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do. If you can maybe help Pyro's doing CPR on that one right now,
You tell me, I'm right here.
Okay, just hang tight right here. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No one has. Someone, your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Okay, I'm just going to write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Information for personal safety for reconstruction. Is that okay if I give it to you?
What is your first name?
STEPHANIE. Phone number.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Can you, were you leaving the bar or were you coming down the road?
I was coming here.
Okay.
You know, I had just gotten my night started. So
were you going this direction or
Yes.
this direction?
I was coming this direction.
Okay, here's what I'm going to have you do.
Yes, please
let's
tell me.
get away from the scene a little bit. Let
Yes.
them do their thing. Okay. This is your car, right? The
Yes,
correct,
sir.
the red
Yes,
car.
yes.
You were the only one in the vehicle.
I'm the only one.
Okay, come over here to my squad car. Okay.
The female claimed that her night had just started and that she was on her way to the bar.
Do you have anything illegal on you?
Yes, I have marijuana in
your purse. Okay. Have you had any marijuana tonight?
No.
Okay. Can you set those on the car for me?
My vape too?
Yep.
Okay.
Set that down there.
And my phone?
And your phone? Yes, ma'am. All right. Just come over here. Just put your hands on my car. He's got a pass search before I put you in my car, okay?
Okay.
No pockets or anything? Okay.
No pockets.
All right. Until we figure out how we're going to handle this, I'm going to have you sit uncuffed in the back seat of my car. I'm going to get you out. We're going to probably do some field sobriety tests and all that. I got some more questions for you. But right now I'm going to have you sit down just so we're out of the roadway, okay? Come right over here.
The officer informed the female that she would have to perform some field sobriety tests and checked her to see if she had any injuries.
All right, so here's the deal. Just because I do have you in the back of a police car, I don't have you in custody or under arrest, but obviously you don't feel like you're free to go right now, right? So I'm just going to read your Miranda rights. You understand what they are, and we're going to talk about what happened on the accident, okay? Explain in detail just what happened prior to the accident.
I was coming to full throttle, and I was almost here, as you can see.
Were you driving this way or that coming down that side road?
I was coming here, this way.
Okay.
And suddenly, one person walked out in front of me.
Okay.
And my car got hit. I called you as soon as they got hit.
You called 911?
Yes, I called 911. As soon as something happened. And then someone said, someone else has hit. I'm just like, oh my God, how did that happen?
Okay, what happened when you hit the one person? What happened?
I just called you. That's all I know.
Okay.
I called you.
Did they fall down right away, or did you get out and help them, or what happened?
I got out, I called you, and then everyone else came out, so I kind of just let them come and take over the situation.
Okay.
But I promise you, I only know one person got hit, and I'm just like, they came out of nowhere because I am a safe driver.
I get it. Hang on 1 minute. Just because it's starting to rain here.
The female stated that she was going full throttle and claimed that she immediately called 911 after realizing that she had hit someone.
If you had to estimate, how fast were you going when you hit the person?
I would say I was going at least 40. At least 40.
Do you think
maybe 40 to 45, but at least 40.
Okay. All right. Do you think you were going too fast for this area at the time with the darkness?
I honestly don't think I was going too fast because I try to be precautionary about where I'm at.
Okay.
But I just know that one person came out of nowhere.
Did you have your headlights on?
Yes, sir.
Brights on or just regular headlights?
Regular.
Okay. Okay. So obviously you saw them. It was no time to react, no time to stop?
No time.
Okay.
That's the word.
Okay. All right. Where were you coming from tonight?
I was coming from Tavern 41 on Sterling Avenue.
Tavern 31 on
41.
Tavern 41 on Sterling,
Yes,
Peoria?
sir.
Okay. And you left the Tavern 41 and drove straight here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over the course of the night, how much have you had to drink?
I probably had about 3 drinks.
What is 3 drinks? Are we talking, what type of drinks?
Just vodka.
Vodka? Straight vodka or mixed drinks?
Vodka and water, so I was staying hydrated, and drinking. Mm-hmm.
On it,
right now, if you had me do a test, I think I would pass. Just don't test me, but I think I would pass.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We are going to do those tests here in a little bit because of circumstances. Obviously, we have to. Okay. How long ago was your last drink? Would you say?
My last drink, I would say about 40 minutes.
40 minutes ago. Were you drinking anything while you're in the vehicle, or was the last drink at the bar?
At the bar.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least drunk you've ever been, 10 being the most drunk you've ever been, where would you say you put yourself at right now?
5.
5?
Because I've been very drunk. And right now, I see you, I see everyone, I know the situation, you know what I mean? I know I'm aware of everything.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the door. If it stops raining, we might do some tests in the roadway. Otherwise, we might go back to the police station, do it. We'll figure out how we're going to do it, okay?
All right.
Is there... Yeah, we got your purse, your phone already, and that's all we need out of your car, right? Okay, anytime.
The female admitted that she had a drink about 40 minutes prior to the accident. She also claimed that the victim came out of nowhere, and there was no time to react.
Stephanie, go ahead and step on out here for me. We're going to do these quick tests. It started to rain a little bit, but it pretty much let up, as long as you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right, come right over here. You can just stand here in front of my squad car and face me. All right, just confirming, you said you had approximately how many drinks in the car? 3? Okay. All right, last one was pretty hot. Okay, all right. Do you have any medical problems, injuries, or problems with your license?
I mean, I have injuries with this like
Okay, what do you do?
That would affect my driving.
What do you do for work?
I waitress at one.
So you're on your feet all day?
All day.
No issues with that? Okay. You're pretty healthy? You agree? Okay. All right. See my pen right here?
I see your
What I want you to do is follow the tip of my pen. I'm going to move my pen back and forth several times. I want you to follow the tip of my pen.
Do you want me to like walk or just my eyes?
No, we're just doing your eyes right now. I want you to follow the tip of my pen with your eyes only, but keep your head still. I want you to continue that test so I tell you to stop, okay?
Okay, sir.
You
I'm
understand?
ready right now. Yes.
All right, touch the tip of my pen just so I know where you're... There you go. All right. That's what I want you to follow. Nope, keep your head still for me.
Oh, my head. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Just your eyes.
Oh, shit.
No,
It's
we're
really
going to try that again.
It's hard.
All right. Just
Okay.
keep their head still for me.
The female wasn't able to keep her head straight and was laughing throughout the test.
When I say you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down the line, you're going to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back, okay? When I say you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line, you're going to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back. On your turn, I want you to keep your front foot on the line. Then you're going to use your other foot to turn yourself around with several small steps, okay?
Oh my God.
This is what it's going to look. This is what it's going to look like. This position you're in. When I say go, 1, 2, 3, on down to 9. Keep that front foot on the line. Use your other foot to turn yourself around with several small steps. Nope, stay in that position. Go back just the same. 1, 2, 3, and on down to 9, okay? Again, I just did 3 for demonstration purposes. I'm going to have you do 9 each way. During this test, make sure you watch your feet at all times. Keep your arms straight down your side. Count out loud so I can hear you. Once you begin the test, do not stop until you have completed the test, okay?
9, turn around.
Yeah. Do you understand my instructions?
I think so.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
1, 2, 3.
10-4 was that Edward 8 or 33? Your car.
Yes, ma'am.
The female failed all of the field sobriety tests. It was then time for the preliminary breath test.
It's called a PBT test. You ever blown one of these before?
No.
Okay. You know what the legal limit is to drive in Illinois?
I do not, sir.
Okay, 0.08, okay? What I have you do is take a deep breath, a long, hard, steady blow into the straw just like you're blowing up a balloon. Keep blowing until you hear the machine click, okay? All right?
Blowing up a what?
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath, long, hard, steady blow. A little bit harder for me, a little bit harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
Go to Bradley.
You're a Bradley student?
I graduate in 4 weeks.
You're a .264, okay? All right. Okay, go ahead and turn around for me and place your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for DUI, okay? Anytime.
You're doing great.
All right. Come right over here and have me sit back in my car, okay?
It's comfy. It's okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
The female blew a PBT score of 0.264, which was 3 times above the legal limit. She was arrested for DUI and then taken to a hospital.
Yeah, first off, I'm going to let you know the you did hit 2 people total.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
However you want to word it to yourself, that's fine. Okay, I'm just telling you, there's 2 people struck by your vehicle and both are dead.
I did not hit
Okay.
people. I can tell you right now.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you the two people that hit
Why
your
would
car.
I call
Ma'am,
911
listen.
if I...
Two people struck your vehicle, so I'm telling you, and they're both deceased on scene. I'm just telling you that information, okay? We're going to go in here. We're going to do the thing. I appreciate you being cooperative so far. I'm just I got to tell you what's going on.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Come on out here this way.
I'll let you talk, sir.
All right. Right over here. Stay right here and grab all this stuff here. I'm sure there is. Once we get in here, we'll tell them. They'll probably take it off for you, okay? All right, come follow me. All right, that's emergency doors here.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of
Well, your whole front windshield is shattered out, so that's understandable.
Right now, I know what I did. I know I didn't hit it.
Okay.
And it was not two. If it was two, I'd be crying. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh my God, I did this. I'd be like, wow, this made a mark, but I know what I did.
Okay.
The female was still denying that she hit two people, claiming that if she did, then she would be crying and bawling in regret.
I want to go to Vegas. I'm going to take me to Vegas. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to spend at least $500. And I'm going to start off with 2 Long Islands and 2 shots.
Yes. You ever had enough of drinking already?
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there? I swear to God, if you're Snapchatting right now and I'm not, I'm going to be mad. Ooh, ETA by the beeves. You. Make sure that you don't mention about my intention. Shut up to you, that's making you.
The female was laughing and singing to herself. It seemed like she had no understanding of the graveness of her situation.
Hey, you never answered me about my car. Like, I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car for tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
It's what?
Your car is totaled.
Totaled?
Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get it to your school?
You don't.
So, I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, ma'am. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that, clearly. I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Can I have a Tuesday for my night class?
Did you just hear what I just told you?
You said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm talking about Tuesday.
Did you hear when I said that
I'm going to jail tomorrow.
You're going to jail when we're done here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yeah, so I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Okay, we're done.
The officer clearly explained to the female that she was going to jail because she had killed 2 innocent people. The female kept playing dumb, and the officer was ultimately annoyed at her.
You're all on body camera being completely careless about killing 2 people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic and horrible all at the same time.
Can you say that as a cop?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
The female was charged with 2 counts of aggravated DUI death and 2 counts of aggravated reckless driving. She pleaded guilty to all the charges before getting sentenced to 14 years in prison. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.